Minister, Roadbridge entering receivership has come as a huge shockwave for workers and contractors and suppliers across Mayo and across this state. And the extent of the devastation on workers and contractors is unfolding each day before our eyes, as employees find that their pension contributions haven't been paid, their health insurance have lapsed, and they cannot afford to keep paying their mortgages. It was alarming earlier today, to hear the Taoiseach, the Minister for Trade and Employment, referred to the liquidation of Roadbridge, when in fact the company has gone into receivership. It begs the question, does he and his government really know what's happening? Do they really have a handle on this? What engagement has taken place with Roadbridge? What bonds are in place? We all know, the Minister, that construction inflation has gone through the roof. We also know that due diligence carried out by companies before allocating huge contracts has fallen short, and audit companies have verified companies as financially stable when they were anything but that. The fact is that many subcontractors and suppliers have now been burnt twice in the last decade, and this is catastrophic. They are intergenerational companies, local employers who operate to the highest ethical standards, loyal to their communities, loyal to their workers, loyal to the families who sacrificed and worked hard to build reputation and to carve out businesses in the toughest of times. The government need to step up here.
Thank you, and I want to thank all the deputies for raising this really difficult issue. I am very concerned to learn of the difficulties being experienced by Roadbridge Limited and the potential knock-on effects on its sub-suppliers and customers. I'm answering this on behalf of the Taoiseach and who is the Minister for Enterprise, Trade and Employment. I extend my sympathies to all employees and subcontractors who have been affected by this decision by the company to go into receivership, and I know that this news will be very concerning for all the workers involved and their families. Both the Department of Enterprise, Trade and Employment and the Department of Social Protection will support the company and the employees in any way they can. Officials have been monitoring the situation carefully and have been working closely with the Department of Social Protection in order to assist affected employees during the difficult time. The Government is committed to rebuilding a strong economy that provides stability for workers and helping those who have lost their jobs to secure alternative employment, and we will continue to be as responsive as we can to the issues as they unfold. During this period of uncertainty, I am glad to report that employees have received assurances from the receiver regarding their redundancy entitlements and access to income supports. Following joint engagement late last week with the Department of Enterprise, Trade and Employment and the Department of Social Protection, the receiver has confirmed to employees that there is no statutory restriction on them taking up additional employment during a statutory redundancy consultation period, in circumstances where they are not expected to attend the workplace. Provided that they do not resign from their current employment, there should be no obstacle to retaining their statutory redundancy entitlements. Officials of the Department of Social Protection have already met with both the receiver and the employee representatives to provide information and assurances regarding measures taken to accept online applications for income support as quickly as possible. My government colleague Heather Humphreys, TD, Minister for Social Protection, has already gone on record to encourage individuals now seeking job seekers payment to apply online so that her department can process their claims as quickly as possible. Enterprise Ireland have been in regular contact with the company, including engaging in discussions with the acting CEO of Roadbridge and the receiver to investigate whether any Roadbridge contracts can be fulfilled by other operators in the market. This, however, will be challenging given the current inflationary pressures. Nevertheless, these discussions are ongoing and everything possible will be done to achieve as positive an outcome as possible. Indeed, the receiver has given an undertaking to continue discussions with Enterprise Ireland on the ground in the coming days to further discuss how Enterprise Ireland can further support employees and subcontractors impacted by the receivership. Indications are that the staff of Roadbridge should be able to find alternative employment very quickly. The Department of Social Protection will provide all relevant supports through the local intro offices. The Department are still gathering information as to the scale of the potential adverse impacts on sub-suppliers and subcontractors and the Department would certainly welcome any further intelligence or information which the deputies may have in that regard. There was a couple of questions. Will employees be able to access income supports? Yes, the Department of Social Protection have moved quickly to ensure that employees can access income supports through online application. Can an employee take up another job? There is no statutory restriction on employees taking up additional employment during the 30-day consultation period in circumstances where they are not expected to attend the workplace. Provided they do not resign from their current employment, there should be no obstacle to retaining their statutory redundancy entitlements. While there was initially some confusion in relation to this matter, the receiver clarified the issue with Roadbridge employees on the 15th of March.
Minister, the people of Mayo are not going to stand for this. We are not going to be pushed to one side. And people and contractors who have worked in our communities for years and years, we are not going to stand by and be pushed around like this. Something needs to be sorted, and the government really has to step up here. And for the workers, one worker today told me that of his experience of having to go to St Vincent de Paul, it's all right saying they're entitled to income support, but the fact of the matter is that they have a mortgage, they have commitments, they have all these other things that are not going to be met by income support. They are being driven into poverty. Something has to be done, and the government has to step up.
Yeah, so it's actually in the speaking note, and it's also in the supplementary note that's here as well. And I know there was some confusion in relation to the matter. The receiver clarified the issue with Roadbridge employees on the 15th of March that provided they do not resign from their current employment, there is no statutory restriction on employees taking up additional employment during the 30-day consultation period in circumstances where they are not expected to attend the workplace. So there are the two caveats. If you're not expected to attend the workplace, and also that you do not resign from your current job. So I suppose there are two caveats there. The government is now working in a coordinated way to assist the workers in terms of employee supports. The receiver issued a clarification on the 15th of March, which should at least ease the fear of workers and provide assurance that the state will provide appropriate supports to them, and the intro services of the Department of Social Protection will proactively help them to access opportunities available for employment or appropriate training and development options. The concerns expressed by the deputies about sub-suppliers and subcontractors is very real, and the Department don't know yet the exact scale of the debt problem in Roadbridge, but it could be significant, and it may be that the only route for recovery is through the normal insolvency and receivership process. It may be therefore that certain major construction projects will suffer delays if such projects need to be retendered. However, again, I'm speaking on behalf of the Department and the Taoiseach. They are working across government, including with the Department of Environment, Climate and Communications and the Department of Transport, to examine what options are available with regard to how these projects might be progressed. Thank you.